One thing that I observed openly when I accepted that boxing match last year, and you'll find this interesting, Stephen, is that my 41-year-old self would have never accepted it because I would have been too scared. I wasn't mentally developed to understand that it was a risk I could take and I could live with the outcome of that risk. And I could handle pushing myself into that situation because of my age and what I had been through. So I was now mature enough to be able to put myself in this situation that I knew would make me grow in so many ways. And I literally couldn't do that 10 years earlier, even though I was technically stronger and fitter and all these other things going for me. But I didn't have the perspective of knowing this was the thing I needed to do to advance myself, to feel good about it, to do the checklist. I don't know, maybe somehow this was the thing I needed to do to get me even in peak performance, right? Because I'm on a mission. So that was really interesting to me to see that about myself, that I actually done something I couldn't have done. The younger guy would have ran away from that, would have ignored it, would have found an excuse not to even engage with that challenge. That's what the younger guy would have done.
So the only story that should have been in our country that didn't make it is a story that involves my friend Rebecca Rush. She's known famously as the Queen of Pain. She's the most celebrated female endurance athlete in history. 7-time world mountain bike champion. She's got like world championships and things we didn't even like orienteering and things like she's insane. And she just at, I want to say 55, could be 54, could be 53. I could get her age wrong. This year completed the hand-powered Iditarod. So there's the Iditarod, the Alaskan sled race. There's a human-powered version. No sled dogs. You go on winter bicycles. And she won this year. It's her third year doing it. She won, and all the journalists, her age was the story. Rebecca Rush wins Iditarod despite being 54. Like, that's the story. Everybody. And she called me after her retirement. She's like, I got geezered everywhere I went. There, right? The story is, oh my God, she does it in spite of her age. And she's like, Stephen, I got to tell you, I would have died doing this in my 40s. The reason I lived is because I'm 55 and I have this much emotional regulation. I have this much self-control, and I know all these things about myself in dangerous situations and how I'm going to react. It's like, I would have died 10 years ago. They are like, not only are they wrong on their assumption, right? Like that you're doing this in spite of your age. The only reason I can do this is because of my age. It's the exact same sentiment I just heard from you. And I think the same thing is, how did I ski those big ass lines? I managed to stay like, what was the victory? The victory was I came out the other side, my pulse hadn't spiked, right? That was the victory. Is like, it's not just I can ski this thing, I can ski this thing and my pulse is literally not going to move. That's the cool thing. And I couldn't have done that when I was younger at all.
I know a new term now, getting geezered. I like that. So that's the comments I get on Instagram when I post my headspin videos on breakdancing. They're always like, age is just a number. I get all that, which is all good. Now I know what it is. But that's interesting. I guess you're on the right path if you're getting geezered on a regular basis, right?
Yeah, if you're getting geezered on a regular basis. I know we're running out of time, but I have to tell this story because it was one of the things that started the beginning of my park ski adventure. And it's sort of like, it stuck with me. It was really wild. So I noticed when I was skiing and lived in New Mexico, right? Last time we were together, I was living in New Mexico, and I would ski at 3 places. I would ski at the Santa Fe ski area, Taos, and then every spring I would come out to Tahoe and ski at Palisades, Tahoe, Squaw Valley. And Santa Fe ski area, Santa Fe is a retirement community. And so most of the people at ski areas are over 50, right? Unless you're on a weekend, most of the people are over 50. But Santa Fe's got this retirement vibe. And a lot of people who go there think of themselves as retired. And I'd be on the chairlift. And I said, you can't tell how old anybody is, really. But, I'd be on a chairlift with folks who I knew were like 10 or 20 years younger than me. And I'd ask him questions like, hey, did you check out the chute over there or the cliff over there? And I'd invariably get, I'm too old for that shit. And because it was a retirement community and that was their mindset. Then I'd go to Taos, same age skiers. Taos is an outdoor athlete community. They're not action sport athletes, they're outdoor athletes. So in Taos, especially at the upper part of the mountain, people have to hike to get to the gnarliest terrains. And I would go to Taos and guys who were 20, 30 years older than me would hike me into the ground, right? And these were the same people who were retired and didn't want to do any of that stuff, essentially. But they can have this outdoor athlete mindset, so they're like they can hike me. I mean, like I remember skiing one day with like guys in their 70s, and we've done so many laps that I could no longer see. I almost fall off an 80-foot cliff because I'm so tired I can't see, and they're still skiing fine. And then I come to Palisades, Tahoe, where people are action sport athletes. And so you could say, if you go to Taos and you say, hey, you want to hike the peak? Everybody says yes. But if you say, hey, do you want to go to the terrain park? Oh, no, I'm too old for that shit. Okay, but you've just hiked me into the ground, right? Okay, what's going on? Then you go to Tahoe and people are action sport athletes. So you say things like, same age group, hey, you want to go to the terrain park? And everybody goes to the terrain park. And the only thing different is what category people put themselves into. It's so stunningly shocking to me how simple some of this stuff is, but we all talk about the power of reframing and things like that. We all know stereotypes are bad and those sorts of things, but we don't stop to think about how our own thinking inside our head is functioning. If these other things that we know are true. Oh shit, the placebo effect is going to have an impact in my head. The stereotypes are going to have an impact in my head. All this stuff starts to get really important.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?